Hi, it's me, Gazbot. It is San Diego Comic-Con 2024. I'm on my way. I should be getting there about 4:23 if I hit no more traffic than is expected and don't have any other stops. I am going to park at a parking garage I found that's about a 15-minute walk that should cost me $25, $30 to park at. There was one that was a 7-minute walk that's $100. I couldn't justify $75 more to save 7 minutes, even in this summer heat. However, I did make sure that both of them were open until midnight because I had a problem once before where I parked somewhere and I had to get out by 9, which theoretically is okay, but I went to an off-site and then it was like, I gotta get my car, hold on, and it was a big pain in the butt. So for those that are going in for just the day, make sure the parking deck will be there. For your car will be there. It'll be open and you can get your car, that's all I'm saying. I'm probably not gonna do too much from the road, A, because it's boring, and B, because I don't have a car mount, so I'm only doing this right now because I'm not moving. Third time's the charm. We're seeing if this works. Is it on? Is there a green light? Yes. So it took about an hour and a half to get down here. A little bit of traffic towards the end, not too bad. Parked at a parking deck. Should be walking distance to the convention center. I've been seeing people with badges and cosplay, so that lets me know I should be in the right spot. It's $25 till 2:30 in the morning, so I don't think I'm going to beat that here in downtown San Diego. Confirms a 15-minute walk, and I'm taking that walk now. It seems like it's mostly downhill, which means it'll be uphill on the way home when I'm tired, so that's good. I have this empty poster print tube thing. I'd gotten 2 of these over the years, and it's a thing where I always needed them, and then I'd get the tube and then not need them, and I don't know. I'm on the fence of whether or not I should have brought it, but I brought it. I almost feel like if I don't get any use out of it this con, I might just give it to somebody because it's been years since I got it in use. I was worried about the heat, but it's 78 degrees right now, which is it's like 15, 20 degrees cooler than it is by me, so no problem. Grand Horton Hotel. I don't know if that's a good hotel or not, but it's a cool building. That's all I'm saying. Cool building. Hey, so, advertising movies on the sides of buildings, and boom, convention hall. Now, this was not a 15-minute walk, and I'm maybe slightly above average walking, but I think it's more that like, hey, I'm here, but I'm not, because I have to walk down to a crossing area, and probably to actually get in there is 15 minutes, but I was a little bit worried I parked too far away, but now I'm not. I think it was the perfect distance to be a short walk, but not get slammed into traffic when it's time to go. It is not quite 5. The con hall opens at 6, so I have plenty of time to go get my badge and get all set up. I did good, everybody. I did good. Hey, maybe I'll even get a coffee. I often talk about the off-site stuff. They have this, I think it's a mobile game, but they got Contest of Champions, Ferris wheel. Usually these things are free. And I always say to people, especially in the area, they're like, oh, I've always wanted to go. And I'm like, just go, especially if you have kids. You might have to wait in line, but without being in the convention center, there's all kinds of free stuff, and that's just one example. It's almost time to open within the next hour, and there's some people here, but I forget how chill it is when it's not a real day, because while people want to get in and get going, there's no panel to get to, there's no signing to get to, there isn't that sense of urgency, which is nice, because like I went to a door and asked, where do I go? And I just got a calm, straight answer. It's like, oh, right. It's not always terrible maniac energy going everywhere. So, I don't know, maybe it's nice to be here today. Badge acquired. Got the badge for Tech Advisor Azuki. I got 2 bags and 2 pins, and I never do anything with my bags and pins. Somebody wanted to trade for one. I just gave it to him, like, you want the pin? Yeah, thanks. And I love that, because it's just free stuff that I didn't particularly want, and I made somebody's day easily. I love it so much. I love the architecture. I don't know anything about buildings or architecture, but I love this sort of futuristic way the convention center looks, especially there. Like, I always feel like I'm inside, like, Starfleet Academy or something. My mic wasn't working well this part of the tour, but I was shocked how much Ultraman stuff they had. They had a huge Ultraman Rising booth with tons of toys, and you could take pictures with the suit actor and stuff. And my guess is that they gotta have a show or a sequel coming up, because that one Netflix movie that already is out, that's such a hard push for that. And they had here's the Godzilla booth, which was fantastic. I have a whole separate video just of the Godzilla booth. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes. That's on the Action Activate channel. For those that don't know, I am Gazbot. This is my personal channel where I do vloggy stuff and art, but Action Activate is my Power Ranger / pop culture channel I share with Big Dog. The Marvel booth, yeah, there was so much to see, but so much of it I had already seen. I was having a really good time, though. I love just looking at how they pose things and light things. It makes me always want to improve my own displays at home. And then this Toonami is always like mildly disappointing, because I like a lot of the licenses they have, but they kind of have the same stuff every year. And like, once I got a Voltron figure, I'm kind of done with them. And over here is Mezco. They got a lot of cool stuff. I don't own a single Mezco. Or wait, that's not true. I own 2 Mezcos. The Chris Reeve Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman. But yeah, there's definitely a few here that I kind of wish I got. Like there's Ninja Turtles. And yeah, this set right here. Oh, so good. I didn't get it, and I should have. And now it's like going for double. It was like something ridiculous, like $200. And it's going for like double that now. So, I ended up not getting the Casey Jones I was trying to get for my buddy because they were sold out. So I just basically talked to someone online and looked at the figures in the cases. But they have a lot of good stuff, a lot of their original stuff. There's one, Doc Chaos, I think is his name. He's got like a skull face. You'll see him in a minute. That's already out of production and going for over retail, but like that might convert me. The unique designs. This is not like me. Usually I go for the nostalgia, the IPs I already collect, but a lot of their unique designs, which is a lot of what you're seeing here, is what's kind of grabbing me, because there's no other version. There's nothing to compare it to. It doesn't have to match anything. It's not like if I got one Spider-Man, it wouldn't fit in with my Marvel Legends. I like that guy too, the gold helmet guy. Right over here, Doc Nocturnal. That's his name. It's the Doc Chaos. I think that's a red version, but the black one is the one I really like. These are all really cool. That's a redo. Oh, that was him right there on the left. But yeah, this is Mezco's got a heck of a booth. But like a lot of these booths, they only had 2 figures for sale, and one was sold out by the time I got there. So, you know, save some money there. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Look, it's my face. Hey, I'm in the video. Proof it's me. And there was a lot of X-Men 97 stuff. They're going to have a season 3, I think they were saying. I don't know if that's 100% official or whatever. That's Amy Jo Johnson, the first pink Power Ranger. I ended up getting online here. I don't know how long I waited. 30 minutes? Less than an hour. To get a signature from her and her co-writer on a variant cover for my buddy, which was kind of cool because he paid for it and I got to meet her. So win-win. There's Spider-Man and Luke Cage. Luke Cage holding knives. So yeah, all Power Rangers all the time over here at Boom Studio. All right, I think it's close to 8, so I got about an hour left. No Hasbro exclusives at all. Nobody's getting them. No new Hasbro stuff either. They have stuff on the floor that's cool, but none of the like reveals or announcements have been put out, at least not yet. This is to be expected for preview night. Went to Tamashii to try to get a Goku figure, but you had to get a ticket that they give away at an area in the back hours before the show starts, so there's no chance of that happening. Then I went to Mezco to try to get a Casey Jones, which I could have gotten if I went there earlier, but I missed it by about 20 people. Got an Amy Jo Johnson signature comic for the Big Dog, and I got some Loyal Subjects Turtles figures for the Big Dog, and now I'm going to Playmates to see if I can get some turtle figures for me and the Big Dog. The Hasbro booth, aka the Transformers booth, although they have Star Wars and other stuff too, obviously, is very bright this year, which makes sense. They're pushing the new show, but also the new movie, and it definitely seems like they're going for a brighter, younger audience, but it's heavily reflected in their decor. Ooh, it looks like Strong Stuff did all the art. I thought they were done using it, but I really like that Star Wars piece with Sabine, and anyway, this is getting crowded. I just came to the DC booth to get an exclusive figure for my buddy, but the DC... Oh, wait, no, maybe they do have it. I was thinking I made a mistake and needed to go to the McFarlane booth. What is he looking for? I don't know. I've never been a huge Mega Man fan, but I've always loved the aesthetics, which is weird because I don't really love cartoony stuff normal. Very tempted, especially by that one. But I will not be getting any of these. This Tony the Tiger also really tempts me, which is weird. It's the first mascot I've actually been tempted about. Spark Dolls, or whatever they're calling them now. I have a lot of these. I have Zeton feel like I have that, but that might be a re-release of some sort. Some more vinyls. I love this lighting. Very dramatic. It's cool. Ultraman Rise of Ultraman. Yeah, these are nice. I feel like I might need to upgrade some of my Ultra X. I cannot remember. Oh, Ruby Red King is what I didn't get. I definitely have King Joe and the Bolton. I don't have Gamora, but I don't care. Red King I kind of want. I was excited that they were re-releasing these in some way until I saw they were little Hot Wheels guys, which I'm sure some people are excited for. I've never been into that kind of vehicle toy ever. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. There's those big chunky lightsabers. What is this piss? Oh my. At the Stern Pinball booth, I really want this shiny purple Mecha Godzilla, but I don't know what I'd do with it. I might buy a t-shirt instead. They got a John Wick and a Godzilla. I don't know what this stuff is. Weapons. John Wick weapons. There you go. That makes sense. Tremendous. Look at this. I'm a sucker for this little animations on fans. Oh, it doesn't look good at all on video. It looks much better in person. Let me see if I can catch it. Okay, trying to catch it on a different frame. No, it looks better in person. Trust me. I would love some Mountain Dew. I don't even like Mountain Dew, but I'm dying of thirst. Anyway, I'm over in this. I didn't even make it over to this area. 3 hours is not that long to walk on the floor, even when it's not that crowded, I'm finding. I went by the YOLO Park booth, which has these like 6-inch-ish metal non-transforming transform model kit things that I wanted to look at and potentially buy. And they had large ones from every version of Transformers that I didn't want and small ones from the ones I did. And it was confusing to try to tell them what I was looking for until eventually they pointed at the exact ones I wanted behind them, but they weren't for sale. All right, 3.5 hours later, and it's dark and I'm outside and it's nice and cool. It was sweltering in there. Now, I heard somebody say the air conditioning was off, but I think they just weren't used to how sweltering it is. It's made worse with a mask, of course, but even without the mask. Whew. I need to use the restroom, but I made the mistake of coming out on an area where there wasn't a restroom except for ADA, and I couldn't use that, and I couldn't go through, and I couldn't go back. So they said to leave the building, walk down the street, and hopefully get back in the building where there is a bathroom I could use. That is the story. So, 3 different people told me 3 different things that all resulted in me not being able to use the bathroom, which is fantastic. I wanted to use the bathroom, but I also wanted to fill up my water cup, and now I both am dying of thirst and have to pee really bad. So that's fun. I'm going to walk back to the parking deck and empty my backpack and drop off all the stuff and regroup. I just aimed towards my parking deck. There's entrances on different sides of the buildings. There's different levels. I just grabbed the one nearest to me, hiked up a hill, and I'm like, I gotta get to the 3rd level. And then I looked and I saw a lovely highlighter color, which means my car is here. And I just happened to pick the right area to go right to it. And that's fantastic.
No gum. No gum. Come on. Look at now, they're all motorcycle people. They do motorcycles. Look at them with their wheels. They're jamming. They've got all the bolts and pistons. Motors.
store being open, I just spent a bunch of money. And it benefited from a lot of things. One, the fact that I'm only going to be here maybe today, and I'd like to have some fun and spend some money. And I didn't spend a lot in the convention floor. I bought a hoodie, and is that all I bought? I might have bought, I did buy a very expensive figure, I just remembered. But, well, anyway, I'm trying to spend all of 5 days today. Two, that it's open after hours, and it's a themed store, and it gets you in oh, Dungeons and Dragons, I love that, I want to buy some. Three, they had wax pack cards that were $7, which is wild. But I let myself be a little kid. I'm like, well, I'd want one of each. So I spent $28 on cards. I was thinking of Scott Circlin and his wax packs, because they're wax packs. They have stickers in them. And honestly, if they just had the stickers, I would have bought those, because that's what I really want. And I bought the Sheila. Which was a variant of a figure I already ordered. That's a clear, invisible cloak one. I wasn't going to get it. And it's not like I saw it and it convinced me that it was great. It looks fine and everything, but it was, I was just excited about Dungeons and Dragons. I wanted to get that collection going immediately. And if I buy it, I get it today in hand. That part of what sold me. Also, Brian Flynn was there in store. And it's a small business, and I want to support the decisions being made by him and Super 7 in doing Dungeons and Dragons, which is such a weird line that Hasbro did terribly. So I wanted to just support the line, even though it might go on sale later, whatever. And it made me happy. The whole thing made me happy. So it was a waste of money that I got home. And boy, it feels nice to have air conditioning. It's the first time I haven't been sweating in 4 hours. The ride home, less traffic. It was like, oh, it's going to be an hour and 5 minutes. I was like, it's like 20 minutes cheaper. Cheaper? Yes, cheaper with my time. And I was like, man, maybe I don't need to stop. Maybe. And then I was like, well, I could really go for Wendy's. I haven't had Wendy's in a long time. Some fries sound good. I sweated out all that salt. I'll get some salt in me. And I saw one that was like, 3 miles away, at zero time to your thing. So I'm like, okay. So I went about 10 minutes or so. And then I went, and it's like, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get there. And I'm like, I guess it's still kind of on the way. So I've been driving for 20 minutes. I'm online at Wendy's. I'm getting Wendy's. And it, switched back to going home. 1 hour and 5 minutes. So somehow, this is right near the convention center, I guess, or it's 10 minutes out of my way. So I drove 10 minutes. Then I turned around, drove 10 minutes back. That's not 0 minutes out of my way. But anyway, so I've done it. The 20 minutes I saved with no traffic, I've just spent doing nothing. And I'm getting Wendy's, but it shouldn't have taken me 20 minutes. But I'm still a happy boy. Standard Ultraman booth, not the Rising. I got this bag. And I bought this Ultraman hoodie, which is medium. I hope it fits because the small seem very large. I also wanted to get a Red King figure, which I had on display, but they weren't selling. And they gave me some freebies. Oh, this card that got bent. Ultraman Rising card. Oh, they were advertising a card game. And I was talking to somebody about how I had done art for Ultraman cards. And they're like, this? And I'm like, no. And I was trying to explain what a sketch card was, and I gave up. This is the variant limited edition signed cover by Amy Jo and her co-author that I got for the big dog. And the free bag that I got from Boom. It's a pretty hefty bag. Abbott Elementary bags. There was some kind of event there for that, which I didn't go to, and the little pin. Like I said, I gave my bag away, my pin away, but these are for Tech Advisor. Subjects bag for the big dog. I got their turtle exclusives, which were Jenica, and I guess this is a special version that's a little bit gray with the black suit. It's kind of hard to see. And also, I was kind of tempted to get these too, but I don't collect this line. Also, Dark Leonardo. These are more from the IDW comics, which is cool, but it doesn't really scale with anything else, and I don't have any of these. And Super 7 offsite. I didn't go to the turtle one, which I assume they're selling stuff, but it might have also just been pizza. I did go to the D&D one, and as I said, I kind of impulse bought this invisible. Looking at that cape, the attachment's a little weird. Hopefully I could rearrange that because it looks off. And then here are the wax packs I bought, which I'm very excited to open despite their high price. For my picture, I got this free pin and this tag that would come with like a Sofubi as well. Ultraman Rising bag I got, which is kind of cool. SH Figure Arts Ella King, which I am 90% sure I don't have, but I'll have to double check. Rising booth, I got myself an Ella King, and they had these little blind box things of Ultraman characters that I got. So I got it for my kid who did not like it. She likes some kaiju stuff, but something about this beak she didn't like. Maybe it was the colorways. So now
That's
it's
it.
mine.
It's the next day. I'm on my floor putting this video together. Realized I didn't have an ending. As of now, I only went to preview night. There's a slim chance I'll go Saturday, and I hope I do because I won the exclusive lottery to get a Jim Lee autograph, which would be awesome and might be wasted. But yeah, there you go. I for those that don't know, I post a lot of art here and vloggy stuff about my life. I haven't posted recently because my computer's a mess, and I've been shooting and editing this on my iPhone just to put something new up. See ya.